up, guys? We're back on David's car. Today what we got is the Nismo oil cooler install, basically. So we went ahead and installed this bad boy. Kit's pretty nice. I mean, it comes with all these metal pieces just laid out for you, basically, and then you have to rivet them together. And then, of course, mounting it on the car. During the install, it was a little challenging. I mean, the instructions are in Japanese, but other than that, some of the pictures weren't really aligning with how the fitment should have been on this vehicle. As you can see, the exhaust vent is coming out here, and the reason for this exit being here is for Nismo's R33 Aero bumper, where the bumper has a side panel right here where the exhaust can just come out. So basically hot air comes out. And then, yeah, we have the intake side on right here. So air will come in. As you guys saw, it does work. All right, to mount this actual whole oil cooler assembly, what I had to do was actually drill into the crash defense, basically. As you can see here, I used two factory style Nissan bolts. So in order to keep this build like a whole OEM look, I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I ended up using some OEM Nissan M8 bolts just to wrap it all together, making it look pretty original, like it has to be there. But yeah, now I just got to run the lines, and then you'll be seeing how it's all routed. And then, yeah, hopefully pretty soon we'll get this thing started up. All right, so we got the cap back on. This is a full titanium exhaust by Nismo/Jasma. It's got a Jasma stamp on it right here, which is pretty nice. It's got a nice titanium tip, and honestly, this thing is really, really nice. Super light. I'm very excited to hear how it sounds. Yeah, let me just rock out more on this car, and then we'll get it running. You guys will hear some sound clips. It's gonna be awesome. Also, along with the catback, we have an HKS cat, and then we have the Nismo mid pipes from the downpipes, which are some Tome downpipes, cast down pipes to these titanium mid pipes, and then down to the HKS and the Nismo/Jasma catback. Very good. Very excited for this one. We're almost there. Almost there.
All right, so we've got Mark's brand new Z. Mark is pretty aggressive driver, so he takes this thing on the canyons a lot, and it didn't take very long for the stock diff bushing that's mounted in the subframe to go bad. So they had splatter everywhere, and it had gotten on the exhaust. As you can see here, this is the Nismo spec exhaust. We've seen this one before. We installed it, of course, but you can kind of see it's a little crude, definitely MIG welded type stuff. So I don't know what these things go for. I'm not impressed by the quality, but just a heads up, it is pretty cool. It reminds me of my Zeal exhaust that I had on my 370Z. I still have that thing just sitting around collecting dust, but it's pretty cool. It actually does give a different tone to the exhaust, so that's one cool thing about it. Anyways, diff bushing's in. We did a set of the Z1s, and we've also gone ahead and done a Boosted 6 fuel filter kit and the AMS flex fuel setup. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to get this thing on the dyno, and we are going to be replacing the front rotors. We had done the Z1 big brake kit. Again, Mark is really super hard, so let me show you what he did to the rotors. So he definitely got them hot spotted pretty darn good. So he had us replace them. We went ahead and just got whole piece. It's just a little easier, and we can have these rebuilt should he do this again. So this time we're going to go ahead and do the bed-in process for him instead of just having him do it. So we'll do it the way we normally do it, with a bunch of stops. That way they get a nice coating of the pad material on the rotor, and essentially doing like a heat treat on it. So we'll let it get hot, and then we'll let it cool down, and then we'll do it again. All right, guys, we just got done on the dyno with this bad boy. We just added the flex fuel kit. It's been on Ecutech, got our ethanol up to E40. We're still on stock injectors, stock high pressure pump. We did upgrade the low pressure pump, and you know, similar results to what we get on the Q50, Q60s. We're just about 470 wheel and a little over 20 pounds of boost. So next thing, of course, I'd recommend the high pressure stuff, do injectors, and in all honesty, probably bigger turbos. You know, that's the biggest limiting factor on these is the turbos. They fall off. So, and what I was told from somebody in Nissan that they're actually slightly smaller in size than what's on the Q50 and the Q60s. So that's also going to be a limiting factor. Even if you do go and try and run higher ethanol contents, you're not going to be able to squeeze too much more. You can, I mean, you know, you get these things making over 5, but it's really pushing those things super hard. But definitely a nice little modest increase over just straight 91 octane. So definitely worthwhile to do your E30, E40 mixtures.